But I mean,
welcome everybody to the Sunday service at the People's Church Divine Promise. Go ahead and start the service. And John, like the candles, and light into the body, mind, and spirit, and service. Please stand for the invocation and we're going to stand for the first one. Dear Father God, we give thanks for this time here today. That we feel the truth being shown here today. That we feel the love being given here today. And that we love all with this expression, this hope, and this desire. Amen. If you haven't been yet, please silence your cell phones unless you're going to go law enforcement personnel.
Steve, we can't hear you.
We can't hear you. So, there's a little delay, I guess. If you haven't silenced your phones yet, please do. This portion is a thought for the day where I speak of something that I encountered through the week and try to put it into spiritual perspective. I guess this whole past week has been one of revealing myself to myself, for lack of a better time. A lot of the time I have a plan and I just go headlong with it and don't really pay attention. When you have a plan that runs full bore ahead and you just keep doing the plan and you stop paying attention to yourself and what's going on with yourself, you tend to overrun yourself. And when that happens, you kind of lose your focus. You're just running on instinct. You're just running on reaction to the world around you, and you've lost the whole purpose of the plan you're trying to work. The whole purpose of the plan is to produce more harmony and hope and peace in your life. And when you get to that time of distress and just reaction, you're not creating peace and harmony, you're creating distress in your life. There's an organization that I got sober through, and they have a fourth step to it that's called a fearless searching moral inventory you're supposed to do every day. And that's their version of facing yourself with yourself every day. And the other part of that, facing yourself, is to be grateful for the things that you have in your life. And the simplest things. I mean, I get taking so many things for granted, especially at the age I'm getting to. You know, I see people around me all the time that are younger than me and my age that can't walk right, can't move right. And you know, the other day I was walking down the dirt road in front of the house, and about a half a mile walk, and I had to walk it because I had to drive the tractor one way, walk back and get the vehicle. And I'm sitting there starting to get a little aggravated at having to walk because nobody gave me a ride. And I'm sitting there thinking, you know, you ought to be thankful you can still walk a half a mile. You know, just really have to walk a half a mile. And there's people that can't walk across the room anymore. So I really had to think about that. And I got a bit of a bum knee, and it quit hurting as soon as I thought about it like that. I quit being aggravated with myself. And my body responded with a happy response. So I guess, you know, you have to realize that when you think things, your mind vibrates at a certain rate and it broadcasts it over your whole body. It broadcasts it out to the people around you. When people that aren't trained psychics look at me and say, what's the matter with you today? And I got a pretty good poker face, so I know I'm not broadcasting it by the way I look. So people pick up on that, whether they know they're picking up on it or not. So I would say to you to consider, you know, revealing yourself to yourself at least a couple times a week. Face it without any justification or reasoning why you're like that. Admit that that's you and you are like that, and you can move forward from there. Because the problem comes in when you start making excuses for the way you are. making justifications for the way that you are. Spirit shows you these things so you have a chance to move forward with them. And it's not just about making difficult things better. You can make good times better by doing the same thing. Try to enhance the good in your life, not just the difficult things. Build from good to better. And things will work out a lot better than working bad to better. So I just ask you to think about these things, and thank you for listening. Please stand for the next hymn.
Next in hymn number 1. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. See you high and lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love as we sing, holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. I want to see you. I want to see you. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. I want to see you. I want to see you.
Please be seated. The next portion of the service is the healing portion. And let's see, we have Judy and Marty. Would you like to go today?
Sure.
I'd like to start this portion of the service with reading the prayer for spiritual healing in the back. I ask the great unseen healing force to remove all obstructions from my mind and body and to restore me to perfect health. I ask this in all sincerity and honesty, and I will do my part. I ask this great unseen healing force to help both present and absent ones who are in need of help and to restore them to perfect health. I put my trust in the love and power of God. Ashkhen will be leading us in guided meditation. During the service, you'll hear a chime like this. That indicates a chair in the back is opened up. Go back there and have a seat, and we'll guide you forward as the healers become available.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Get into a comfortable position. Feet straight on the floor, palms out in your lap. Just sit comfortably. You may close your eyes. Take a deep breath, inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Take another deep breath in and out. With your exhale, let go if there is any tension in your physical body. If you are experiencing any pain or ache, with your exhale, just breathe it out. Let go of the thoughts that are on your mind. concerns, any worries. Again, with your breath, just release it, let it go for now. Bring your attention to your breath. Just focus on your breath. Feel the flow of your breath as you inhale and exhale. Just go with this flow. With each breath, feel your body relaxing more and more. And your mind becoming quiet. Breathe in and breathe out and just enjoy the flow of your breath. Feel it moving in a slow and gentle motion from your head throughout your entire body. Breathe in and breathe out. Follow your breath. Taking you deeper and deeper within yourself. To a very quiet space within you that feels calm and soothing and peaceful. Connect with this space. Feel the tranquility of your consciousness in this space. Feel the stillness of your mind and the quietness. And just be in this stillness. There are no thoughts, no interruptions. Just being in this stillness. Breathe in and breathe out. And just be. Feel the peaceful sensations flowing throughout your entire body, your mind, your spirit. Feel your body and your mind becoming one with your peaceful breath. And embrace this peaceful aspect of your consciousness. For it is in this stillness that you sense wholeness. In the silence and the quietness You feel content. Content with who you are. Feel your breath. Listen the whisper of your breath that is flowing peacefully throughout your entire body. Shift your awareness slowly to your heart chakra in the center of your chest. Become aware of your heart chakra. And with each breath, feel your heart chakra expand and contract. As you look deeper and deeper into your heart, to the core of your heart, you will see a beautiful rose lotus blossoming, growing within the core of your heart. See this beautiful pink lotus growing and multiplying with beautiful pink petals. Breathe in and breathe out. Within the core of your heart, feel the energy of unconditional love and compassion flowing out, pouring out of your heart through the essence of your spirit, the essence of God that lives deep in your heart. Just feel this energy flowing out from within and without, surrounding you, embracing you, loving you, and healing you. Feel the warmth and the gentleness of this beautiful God's loving, healing energy that is embracing you, comforting you, soothing you. Feel God's unconditional love in your heart that is capable of loving everyone, everybody, unconditional, with compassion. Surrender to your sacred heart. Surrender to the love of God. It is only through love we are able to forgive. And through forgiveness we are able to heal. Surrender to your sacred heart. And now think of someone who is in need of healing at this time. If you know anyone that is struggling, going through challenges, health issues, conditions. Focus on your heart and feel that love energy, the powerful healing energy that is within you. Envision that person and send this healing energy from your heart to that person. See the person receiving the energy through the heart. Have a forgiving heart. Have a compassionate heart. Forgive those who have hurt you. Forgive those who have caused you pain and suffering. Forgive and detach with love. Rise above the human conditions and the limitations and focus on the perfection and the goodness that is within each soul, within each heart. Focus on the love that they are and exchange your energy through the heart. Forgive and let go. Send them to the light. Breathe in and breathe out. And feel this loving energy empowering you, healing you, and gently connecting to the person next to you through the heart, exchanging this love energy with each other. Just see this energy filling this entire room, moving gently, smoothly, carrying the vibrations of unconditional love. And see it extending out to the universe and flowing everywhere. Envision the world and humanity are being touched and embraced with this love, powerful love energy. See this energy flowing everywhere. Envision Mother Earth hold your highest intentions for love and peace to prevail on earth. Hold your highest intentions that every heart will be touched with God's unconditional love and compassion. Just envision this energy and the intention expanding and expanding, reaching the ocean, the minerals, the plants, the trees, the animals. Breathe your peaceful breath and see everything breathing with you. everybody breathing with the same breath, the breath of God. Feel your connection through your heart and feel that oneness vibration, the collective consciousness that we are all one, part of the one. We are one. We all belong to the divine source of oneness. In consciousness, we are one. Though we are vibrating in different frequencies, and yet in spirit, we are one with the great Spirit of God. Breathe in all these vibrations. Absorb all this loving energy. Bring it to your consciousness as you feel your breath. Gently coming back. Breathe in and breathe out. Just embrace all this love and the vibrations, and wherever you are, integrate them into your physical reality and let it become part of your reality. Wherever you are, whatever you do, just be the love that you are. Be the light that you are. And be the peace that you are. And so it is. Feel your breath. Engage with your physical senses. Come back to the here and now. Become aware of your feet, your hands. Just come back gently, and when you're ready, you can open your eyes.
To end this portion with an inspiration reading. All that depresses you, all that you fear, is really powerless to harm you. These things are but phantoms. So arise from the earth's bonds, from depression, distrust, fear, and all that hinders your new life. Arise to beauty, joy, peace, and work inspired by love. Rise from death to life. You do not even need to fear death. All the past is forgiven if you live in love and work with God. Let nothing hinder your new life. Seek to know more and more the new way of living. Please stand for the next hymn.
Let's sing the spiritualist hymn. That's Nearer My God to Thee. It's number 6 in our new hymnal. As Reverend Steve told me, our hymn. So Nearer My God to Thee.
Nearer, my God, to Thee, nearer to Thee, below it be a cross that raiseth me. Still all my soul shall be
of the service is the inspirational action. Today we have Sagar coming from back to this church again. He's been here several times. Joy was born in India. During his upbringing, he was conditioned to observe and participate with other religions with respect and reverence of traditional customs. His awareness and such insight has moved into Vedic astrology, mediumship, and an intuitive ability to counsel and healing. He's able to connect to loved ones here and on the other side to help healing and hope. Please welcome Joy Sagar.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
It's always a great pleasure to be here. It's always inspirational to myself. So when I speak with my heart, I speak with inspiration, and my words are straight from the source. They are as much for me as for anybody else. So we are in the month of April, and as we observe ourselves, when we started on December 31st, we made some deadlines for ourselves. How far we have made progress, resolutions, theories, philosophies, whatever they are. How far we have come along on those lines. Are we sticking to the path we selected for ourselves, or we are still at the starting line? We're in the month of April, 4 months. Personally speaking, because I have to inspect on my own self, I have reset my deadlines about 4 times. And that's just simple as it gets. I have reset 4 times. I am in pursuit of discipline, and discipline primarily with my own self in terms of creating a wholesome, healthy lifestyle. The donut shop was very tempting. I really had to clench myself and say, keep the foot on the gas pedal, not on the brake, don't turn, just move past it. It was very interesting because I have reset my own process of my progress. I'm sure we all can relate to that at some level. So what I'm here to share today is what motivates us to get to where we want to be, and our morning rituals. So it's a little mixture of a couple of things as the conversation will unfold itself. So when I was reflecting upon my own self and my reset switch, it's like, well, one, I'm not motivated probably enough to make that progress and choice where I want to be in life, so I had to reflect on that. And with that, I came across this beautiful psychologist from the early 1900s. His name is Abraham Maslow.
Yeah.
How many of us know Maslow? Yeah. I've been shaking hands with him every day because I need motivation. I need to understand what's going on that is not making me go from A to B. So as I was reflecting on that, his primary most nitty-gritty work of his lifetime is the theory of motivation, which is also, in other words, known as hierarchy of needs. So as I reflect on myself, I will discuss with you his philosophy of hierarchy of needs. He primarily says draw a triangle and divide it in 5 parts. Every human being has these 5 needs. Needs to feel safe, in other words, needs, the basic needs, to have the home, food, good health, ability to breathe, and intimacy at the nitty-gritty level. So that's the bottom layer, but it is the biggest layer because it constitutes the foundation, and we have to be satisfied on a physical level to feel our physiological needs that are met. And once we have 80-85% of these needs met, we are ready to step into the next zone. which is interesting because if we take this phenomena on a day-to-day, 365 days out of the year, we are still engaged in the bottom rung, and no matter where we are. No matter who we are, no matter what we have, we are still trying to figure this thing out. The second layer he creates is a security need. So our basic needs is met. You know, we can have McDonald's or we can have Outback, whatever our choices are. So our food needs are met. But the security needs come to have a safe and sound roof over your head, a vehicle to drive to, and employment that meets all the criteria that allows us to feel safe, feel rested, and to be able to generate what we need to meet our foundational needs of our physiological conditioning. As we go into the third level, it creates the need for love and belonging. So, given in our society, our upbringing, you know, we are groomed when we have all these conditions. We enter into a relationship mode where we create relationships. But in Maslow's motivational theory is what it takes to create that midsection of this pyramid or the triangle. Since we have these two basic physiological and security needs met, we are ready. We are not stressed in our minds. We are not engaged in our hearts for our existential needs. Thus, we open ourselves on a heart level to look for relationships that are meaningful to us. And this is very important because these are not just boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, spouse needs, but these relationship, love needs could be anywhere. Brothers, sisters, kids, grandparents, this could be anything. But we are open because we are not so intently engaged in the bottom two needs of our lives. So this goes on the next level. The fourth segment becomes esteem needs. So when we are earning the money, we are satisfying our physiological needs, we are going into the next level of feeling secure within that, being able to want a home, want to have a house, or have a place of ourselves, creating that privacy and all that, finding love and intimacy. But relationships become little tender. I would use the word tender, because whenever we are in a relationship, no matter what it is, when we give energy to that engagement, we always look for the feedback. So when we are at work, our esteem needs, per Maslow says, when we are working, when we are giving 8 hours of our day to the place of employment, yes, they are paying us, but we must feel recognized, we must feel appreciated, to feel fulfilled and secured in that aspect of our existence. And that goes for our relationships as well. If we are in a relationship with XYZ, no matter what relationship that is, we put in the energy and time and effort into that relationship, but if we don't get a feedback, it sets in, what am I doing wrong? What is not working? What is happening here? What am I missing? Am I not seeing the right picture? All these esteem needs arise, and if and when they are fulfilled, bingo, we are on the top bracket of our primary need, which is to be stimulated intellectually. Maslow calls it a self-actualization need. We have met all the basic needs. Now our minds are free, our heart is free, we are receiving and giving at all levels of our engagement in a relationship. Our brains, our higher self, our higher consciousness gets engaged. We become in tune with the source, the spirit, the belief system, whatever is operative in your life, we all become engaged with that aspect. We receive, we become more spontaneous. We are in tune with our likes and dislikes on a very normal level. So people that heal, when they step into that healing mode, they have recognized all these four layers. To be a wonderful healer, you must feel satisfied to get to that point, because you disconnect from all the other basic needs at that point. When you're healing, you're just engaged in the higher consciousness, so are the mediums or anything. However, not looking on the metaphysics side of the life, if you are doing a passionate job or you have a passion, when you step into that zone, it's same principle applies. You are in that top pyramid, enjoying what you do the most, being in the flow of the energy. So Maslow talks about human motivation. All these layers motivate us to do whatever we have to do in our lives. And if one of these are disturbed, everything else gets impacted. So if you feel you have enough money for food, clothing, shelter, and intimacy, and you don't have just enough to keep the house and your name, it is about to be taken away from you, it will disturb that layer. And it will impact a ripple effect back and forth. So the love aspect comes into play. Your esteem is challenged because you are not contributing enough to keep those needs met. And thus, the vicious cycle of motivation. For some people, to have that home paid off is the only motivation they see for 30 years. Then they figure out life after that point, because that layer of need is met. They don't have to care about it. They have the home now. Then they go into the next phase of their life where they start engaging into the top triangle, because that's all that matters to them. So reflecting upon myself, my donut story this morning, that was an empowerment over my own weakness of delicious fried sweet delights. It's nothing right or wrong, but I addressed myself in that very moment, okay, this is just one occasion. There would be like 10 million more by the end of this year. I would have to keep doing this over and over and over again, excusing myself from engaging in those things that are maybe not so great for my health. But that's just me. Everybody has a different ticker that motivates them. So, but when I passed that, I was like, okay, I'm on the right track. Keep moving. Church is getting closer. This is past me, this is behind me. I will not turn and look in my rear view mirror, because life was still on. But as I investigate this thing on our spiritual life, this becomes very important, because we are striving for an essence in our life to be connected to the source. But if we are not where we are supposed to be or where we dream to be, we must reflect on this triangle. This is very simple, applies to every human being. It not only applies to every human being, it applies to every business model. Businesses are entities. They are made up of human beings. They are made up of the same needs. They have the need to generate money to keep and stay in business. Then they have needs that fulfill them. If the business is engaging with other businesses and they are not seeing the feedback, their esteem needs are challenged. They are not making a mark. So to become a big, huge flagship of a big value, one must cross these layers. I reflect upon spiritualism. As for our churches, as for our congregations that are in attendance, are you feeling motivated when you go to the church, or you're just going there to have an inspirational moment and a little bit of commingling with your fellow beings that you haven't seen for last 6 days? What is there for you? As we investigate in that aspect, this model also applies to the churches and the congregation. Are we providing our attendees what they are really looking for life? The inspiration, the motivation. We are there stepping in close to their needs of wherever they are in life, because the church has become big counseling bodies for their attendees. But there is a great need to understand this model can apply no matter where we are, wherever we are, however we are. Even if we are on a homemaker level, or if we are retired sitting at home, this model is still operative. If your health is taken away from you by any means or circumstances, it's not just you that is affected, because there are other people in that dynamic that is affected are also affected. So it's a big chain reaction. So for me, this Maslow's hierarchy of needs, or his theory of motivation, is a great tool to just keep in mind. Why am I acting or behaving the way I am behaving today? Which one is off today? So for me, I challenge myself on the bottom layer. Everything else is fine. I was able to step through that part of the process. In the similar fashion, if we remember this triangle, because it applies to us, it applies to everybody that is sitting in front of me. If I'm having a bad day, it's okay, I can recognize this. But if I'm noticing somebody is having a bad day or they're responding a little bit differently than what we know them as, what is wrong in their triangle? Because that triangle is just like mine. It may have a little slightly different dimension or dynamics, but the triangle is still the same. So before we engage in a reaction or action format, it will allow us to pause for that brief moment and say, let me check my triangle. Am I being too sensitive? Why am I being too sensitive? And if this person is responding the way they are responding, maybe something is missing or not right in that triangle. It allows us to motivate ourselves for a human relationship in an engaging format. It creates us that harmony that we're looking for amongst each other to say, okay, maybe I'll skip this phrase, try another one. Anything that makes you understand yourself is the key here. So when I was looking beyond this point, I was like, okay, what happens on a daily basis? What are the key motivating elements? How does these big successful people, what do they do in their daily life? Facebook has been a great platform for me because there's not only that I can keep up with my friends and people, but there are also motivational things. If you're looking at the right place, you will find things. So there are a few of my Facebook colleagues, I don't know them like I know you in one-on-one. They are just there because I like the work they do, they like what I do, and we are just social media friends. And I see their pattern, waking up same time during the day, doing the same routine, going for the morning walk, going to do their exercises, doing something that is a pattern for them. They call themselves, they are their motivator booster exercises. What do you do in the first hour of the day sets the tone of your day. So the big conglomerates in business, successful names, they wake up in the morning, they'll talk to themselves, go on a treadmill, go swimming, stand in cold water showers, go to the beach, do something that really stimulates their environment. And it's just a strong motivator for them. For us that are into metaphysics, that have a different dimension and understanding of life, maybe sitting in meditation for the first 5-10 minutes in the day is the key element, or just zoning out, detaching from what is and what could be, and just stay in that neutral, carefree zone. That could be just the key element for us to feel in tune with ourselves. And the same thing happens at the end of the day. What are you doing in the last 30 minutes of your day? How are you reflecting upon your day's journey? Are you even sensitive towards what went on throughout the day, or you're just numb in a mechanical cycle? Do we sit back and think, all this goes on, and what did I do? How did I participate? I have honestly not been doing anything in the morning because my day starts at 3:45. There are no excuses. But on my way from home to work, I have 40-minute drive. And this is my time of hearing or listening to something inspirational. So I can find anything, anywhere, and I listen to that every morning. And I have noticed by the time at work, I'm tuned in to the source of life, and my day goes on smoothly. The day I miss it, there's a void. I have to investigate my triangle and where I stand in that particular day. And this is coming from a very sincere and honest place of myself. Look into your own lives as we think about this, where we are. Are we feeling just happy the way life is moving, or we are needing more? The needing and the wanting more is a trick. Because you need to understand, if this is not where you want to stay all your life, must do things differently, must make opportunities available to yourself. If there are opportunities, show up. Keep showing up. I just started a little development class in Oviedo. This place is like right next to the church, a big, huge church. In my last 3 attempts, there were 0 attendance, but I was showing up. As my commitment to my work is not like, I don't think so, I want to do that anymore. No, I want to do that anymore because I am motivated to make an imprint. Finally, somebody showed up. It was just beautiful for me to say, that quote that we say, to have the success is to just show up. It started, and I know there will be more, and there will be more. Just like in our own lives, how many times we said, the worst can happen is we'll hear a no. But let me at least try it. Let me knock on the door. Let me call this person. Something's going to give in somewhere. And we have all witnessed in small degrees or bigger. The answers were overwhelming. The support that we received was overwhelming. People just vibrate to the energy that we exude. Fear draws in fear.